I know you and I want to give you secrets.
Mama, let me tell you, do not even
What
know.
secrets?
Tayangu alinipatia tatu skuli nama nikatunuru.
Kuna.
Nini unafanya hapa kwangu asubuhi?
Unaona huku nje. Mimi nilikuwa na kuangalia security.
Toka.
Kuko aje huko umetoka?
Sisi tunasiti kusukuma gurutumu la maisha na nyinyi mnavuruta, ingawaje mmetuachilia.
Ashita za maisha zile zimenichapa woi.
Hebu nielezee shida zako, naweza kukusaidia.
Utaniosea manguo.
Sawa.
Nini wewe?
Kwambia utasikia palanda. Celebrity amevunjiwa nyumba.
Si ungeitisha boga basi badala ya nyama. Unawezaje kuja kula pesa nyama ya mteja?
Na ni bonmaro. Ile nafaa kufanya
Nyama moja ndio unashinda ukisema mawakili. Wakili wanakuwa busy.
Good afternoon and welcome to Channel 1 Lunchtime News. My name is Jackie Wambiru, and to kick off the broadcast, a standoff is in the offing over the venue for next year's post-primary teachers' elections. A section of teachers are threatening to boycott the polls, demanding the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Union, led by the KUPPET Secretary General Okello Misori, to recite the decision to change the voting venue for the 2026 KUPPET elections from Migori. The teachers seeking to be elected and re-elected in various positions within the county for the January 10, 2026 elections have accused the National Office of not explaining the reasons for the change in venue from Migori Teachers Training College to Awendo Stadium. They pointed out the lack of social amenities such as electricity, washrooms and security as reasons for rejecting the Awendo Stadium. They say they will boycott the poll if their plea was not addressed.
Means that most of our teachers will not come.
It's like the venue is scheduled to be at Sony in a field. That football pitch, which is just fenced, the place is not secure in terms of security. We are concerned, particularly the female teachers. The election may take place until long in the evening, and the teachers will want to wait for the results.
It's unfair for someone to change the venue of election by saying that it is being used by the student teachers to rig elections. That is unfair. TTC is centrally placed, and it is even what is used by IBC for the county tallying headquarters. How can it be that those big elections have never been manipulated, the TTC?
Let the voting center be at a central place, and that is the usual place, which is Migori Teachers Training College. That will be a central place, and it will be comfortable with each and everyone from all the sub-counties.
In other news, Ministry of Defense, through Kenya Defense Forces and the Islamic Military Counterterrorism Coalition, have launched an anti-money laundering and counterterrorism financing advanced training level in Nairobi, Kenya. The 6-day training aims to counter money laundering and reduce terrorist financing activities in the region and globally. Defense Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya, in a speech read on her behalf by Deputy Army Commander Major General Mohammed Nur Hassan, said the end product of the initiative is to counter rampant cases of money laundering and reduce terrorist financing activities.
This is one of the steps in fighting terrorism in all its features. We are all here today that we thank you, and we all know that you all want to gain this objective
Neutralizing this financial oxygen is therefore a strategic line of operation. The fight against terror financing requires an intelligence-driven, multi-agency and multinational approach anchored on shared knowledge, coordination, coordinated action, and technical proficiency.
Real estate stakeholders are now raising fresh calls for deeper collaboration between government and private developers to build more houses following the local huge demand. Kenya's housing deficit continues to widen, with demand for more than 200,000 new units every year, far outpacing delivery. Analysts say high land costs, rapid population growth and limited access to financing continue to lock many Kenyans out of home ownership. In Kiambu County, Superior Homes Kenya has launched a new master plan development at Northlands, which includes service plots and financing options to support buyers.
Of the government's strategy and policy on affordable housing, and it's something we look at from time to time. We would love to get involved in affordable housing, but it's quite a tricky market. You know, it's not the market that we're expert in. We're expert in this type of market with our Green Park and with our other locations. Affordable housing is specialised, and we probably don't yet have that specialism. But we're looking forward to the day where we do, and we would like to do a lot of affordable housing in the future.
This is an exciting project here at Northlands. We are calling it the Orchards at Northlands by Superior Homes, and we are very excited to launch it today. It's a master plan gated community, as you've heard, which is 25 acres. Piece of land, and we're looking to build 134 units, a mixed-use development with 3-bedroom units, 4-bedroom units, and 5-bedroom units.
And as the world marks World AIDS Day, the message is clear: the fight against HIV is far from over, with millions still affected and infections being reported. Today's commemorations shine a spotlight on access, equity, and the urgent need to close the gaps in care. We now go live to our reporter, Teresa Mutai, on location in Kajiado County for a closer look at the day's activities and key messages.
I hope you're having a good lunch. We are coming to you live from Kajiado County. So right now we are specifically at AIC Kajiado Child Care Center. We are joining in for the World AIDS Day celebration. And with me, I have a few of the officials who are going to speak just about the day, especially about the rescue center. So Kiswe, let me start with you. Kindly join me here. Please start with your name and then tell us how many girls have you rescued in this center so far, and are you sensitizing them in terms of HIV and AIDS?
Yes. My name is Keswe Mapena. We are here in Kajiado Child Care Center. We have 78 children, and we do sensitize them on HIV/AIDS. Apart from the other things we do to them, like rehabilitation, we also educate them, because we know they need to know the effect of HIV/AIDS on their life, and particularly their future. And it is a pleasure having Kenya National Bureau of Statistics being with us to celebrate the day with us and educate us about HIV/AIDS, because we know in this country it has been a challenge, and we are grateful. So thank you.
Okay. How important is it to educate the young generation over HIV and AIDS and the effects, and maybe also how to curb it?
Yes, it's important because most of them are sexually active. The people who the future of the nation is in their hands, and they need to know and prepare themselves as to understand that HIV/AIDS can actually hamper, if not stop, some of their promises or some of their wishes in their life going forward. And they need to understand that it is one reality that they cannot live to ignore. So we have to always keep reminding them that apart from education, they also need to know that HIV/AIDS can be also a barrier to success in one's life. If not a barrier, it can be a disabler as well, not to allow them, not to give them the chance to do what they want to do in their lives.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Also with me, I have Rose from KNBS. So Rose, we see KNBS, we see statistics, but also what does this day mean to you?
Thank you very much. I'm Rose Awino from Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. Yes, from Kenya National Bureau of Statistics. And today we are here at this center, and we are here to celebrate with them the World AIDS Day. Yes.
Okay, and what does this day mean for Kenya National Bureau of Statistics? Does it help as well in maybe gathering data?
Yes. This center is one of they are our data providers, our stakeholders. And this day is important that we celebrate with them because, it brings the reality of statistics, the human face behind the statistics. Because when you talk of data, at times it looks vague, but now we are on the ground, we're with our data providers, we are celebrating this day with them. So it brings a lot of meaning, it gives the human face of the data. It's not just data for the sake, but there is humanity behind the data.
Okay, just one more question. As the data in terms of HIV and AIDS, has it been rising or has it gone down a little bit?
A bit tricky. There are challenges. Even today as we celebrate the theme, it talks about the challenges that have emerged as far as HIV and AIDS is concerned in terms of funding. And of course, now that means that there's a rise. When funding declines, then there's a rise. But again, because of the various interventions, there's been a lot of hope as far as combating HIV and AIDS is concerned.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Well, that's what we have for you for now, but in the course of the day, we will still give more in our subsequent bulletin. So back to you in studio. My name's Teresa Mutai from Kajiado County.
Well, thank you for that update. That's our reporter Teresa Mutai on the World AIDS Day commemorations. We continue with other news. Residents of Kabuteti and Karangi villages in Gatundu South, Kiambu County are up in arms over the deplorable state of a crucial access road that has become nearly impassable, disrupting transport and daily economic activities. The situation worsened after a key bridge linking the two regions collapsed several months ago. Despite locals reporting the incident, the bridge is yet to be reconstructed, forcing the community to rely on a makeshift version fashioned from timber and scrap metal. With ongoing rains, residents fear the road may become completely cut off, further isolating the villages and endangering school children, farmers and traders who depend on the daily route.
Hii barabara iko na kama miaka 15 hatujaiona trakta hapa. Sisi ni wakulima wa majani chai, maziwa, avocado, boga, everything. Lakini kupeleka market is a big problem. So ni ombi langu kama inawezekana hii daraja itengenezwe vizuri na barabara vile vile.
Sana sana tunaharibikiwa na shock juu kumejaa mashimo, mamitaro. Alafu unapata kwa barabara kando hakuna mitaro ya maji, so maji yote inabaki katikati inatengeneza mashimo.
Unaona hapa kwa hii bridge sasa inabidi uweke customer hapa pande hadi huko juu. Sasa unaona sasa inaleta shida.
Embu Senator Alexander Mundike has faulted former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's continued self-proclamation as the political kingpin of the Mount Kenya region, insisting that Deputy President Kithure Kindiki holds the rightful influence. Senator Mundike framed the recent Mbeere North parliamentary by-elections as a decisive test of influence between the two powerful figures.
Dr. Mundigi argued that the victory of UDS candidate Leonard Muthende, who was actively campaigned for by DP Kindiki, served as a direct negation of Gachagwa's authority. Mundigi asserted that the election outcome effectively nullified Gachagwa's claim of regional leadership.
Tuko katika mikono ya Profesa Abraham Kindiki Kithure, ndio makamu wa rais wa Kenya. Wacha mwingine aende anjaribu. Na ni kijana wa Mount Kenya. Mtu ambaye ni sunjaa. Mtu ako na elimu ya kutosha. Kijana ambaye anaweza pigana nguvu ya maombi na kila kitu. Hata kwa karamu kila kitu anaweza fanya.
Elsewhere, Pokot South Legislator David Kosing has continually rallied support behind President William Ruto's re-election bid in 2027, citing the recently concluded by-elections as a clear indication that the head of state is on course for a second term. Kosing was speaking at Bendera West Pokot during a launch of ELSK choir album, said Kenya Kwanza administration has made tremendous progress in stabilizing the economy.
Ile muliona hiyo ni mfano ya 2027 Ruto anarudi bila kupingwa. Aliye na macho ambiwe tazama. Aliye na masikio ambiwe sikia. Hiyo ni direct confidence.
Michael Mundiga for Lunchtime News.
And now moving on, the government through the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife has begun fast-tracking compensation for victims of human-wildlife conflict under a new digital system. The system uses a digital platform, a USSD code and community verification offices to collect and process claims, with payments set to be disbursed within 3 months through mobile money services. According to the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife, the platform replaces a slow manual process, allowing faster verification and mobile money payments. Officials in the Amboseli ecosystem say victims with pending 2022 and 2023 claims will start receiving compensation by November and December, with more than 10,000 claims worth 1.6 billion shillings already processed.
Kuna ile code tunapeana kwa wananchi katika Kajiado County. Hiyo code ni *202*09# ndio tunapeana kwa sababu hiyo mabadiliko yameletwa na serikali kwa insurance. Sasa kwa ile wakati ya kujaza karatasi ile ya compensations imetulia kidogo, lakini zote mbili zinapata sambamba. Ile ya old na hii karatasi ile kujazwa na hii ya sasa insurance pia zinafuatana pamoja, lakini insurance ni rahisi kwa sababu dakika moja ukishaweka hiyo code, ujumbe inafika kwa insurance. Insurance anapigia mwenye amepata madhara na mnyama ya pori, alafu sasa anaendelea kutengenezea malipo, na hiyo malipo itachukua muda ya mwezi 3 peke yake.
The Bajuni community of Lamu Island has celebrated a historic cultural breakthrough with the launch of the first ever books written in Kibajuni, marking a major step towards preserving the revitalization the endangered Bajuni language. The milestone project was a partnership between the private sector and Swahili Resource Center. For decades, the Bajuni language received little attention in formal literature, making this publication a transformative moment for the community. The launch ceremony held at Fort Jesus Museum in Mombasa brought together renowned authors, National Museums of Kenya officials, UNESCO representatives, British Council staff, and respected elders from Lamu. The publication is expected to create a vital resource for present and future generations, inspiring pride and safeguarding the cultural identity of the Bajuni people.
Mradi huu pia umewafundisha vijana wa Kibajuni namna ya kukusanya utamaduni wao kupitia mfumo wa dijitali. na kufanya uhariri, wanafanya uhariri na kuweza kutumia mifumo ya kidijitali kujitajirisha na kupata ajira. Kwa mashairi ya Kibajuni yanapatikana kwa mara ya kwanza katika historia ya Wabajuni na kuweza kutunga kuhusu mambo ya mazingira, mambo ya mahusiano ya watu, siasa, historia ya Wabajuni, na mashairi haya yatakuwa muhimu sana kutumika katika shule za Wabajuni.
Mheshimiwa Rais Ruto ameweza kupitia Kenya Curriculum Development kuapprove curriculum ya vipi vivyo vitabu vitakuwa vinasomeshwa vijana kuanzia standard 1 mpaka standard 3.
Members of the Isiolo business community are appealing to the government to fast-track the completion of various key infrastructural projects in a bid to open up the larger northern Kenya region for economic growth. According to the community, the operationalization of initiatives such as Isiolo International Airport and the various LAPSET corridor projects will provide job opportunities to thousands of youth while improving the Isiolo-Nanyuki-Nyeri road to a dual carriage to ease the movement of goods and services. They spoke during a dialogue forum organized by the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Isiolo chapter and the Frontier Counties Development Council.
We are having the northern corridor, the international airport, Isiolo International Airport, which has some hiccups. We need the national government to fast track the 1.5 kilometers so that any planes come landing now. That one should be done with the request from Kenya National Chamber of Commerce Isiolo chapter.
International Airport tumesukuma president aongeze hiyo 1.2 kilometers akakubali, lakini mambo tunasukuma bado. So si zimefika, kuna kitu kujitayarisha tena, si ni kujipanga nayo kama wafanyabiashara.
Isiolo presents itself as a unique hub in northern frontier, and it will be an opportunity for business community, also around investors, basically to tap into, and the government will go along in terms of setting standards, policies that will facilitate the business environment.
The Judiciary is urging the public to show empathy and acceptance to former inmates as they reintegrate into society after serving their sentences. Speaking during a visit to Nanyuki GK prison in Laikipia while distributing gifts to inmates ahead of the festive season, the judicial officers noted that many prisoners feel abandoned, particularly those with limited or no contact with their families.
To remind everyone that is in the prison, so that they don't feel like we have forgotten them. Sometimes you might be here and you feel ni kama unasaulika. Sometimes the officers also tell us that some of them don't have constant contact with their families. So we wanted to remind them that we think of them. We wanted them to know that even when they finally finish their sentences and they come out there, they don't have to worry about whether or not society will accept them.
Na waendelea kuomba the society waweze kuwakubali wakimaliza vifungo vyao, kwa sababu hapa tunawafunza kosi mingi sana, bearing in mind kwamba some of them waliingia kwa crimes juu ya kukosa riziki na kukosa skills. So tunawapea skills mzuri sana hapa, kushuka nywele, kushona nguo, ukulima. So wakija pale nje mwakubali, mwape opportunities because they also deserve second chances.
And away from the corridors of justice, efforts to advance women's economic empowerment in Lamu County are gaining momentum, with leaders urging women to take a more active role in community development groups to fully benefit from government-supported programs. Now, speaking when she visited several women's groups in Lamu West constituency, Lamu County Women Representative Monica Marubu said the national government has set aside substantial funds to support women-led initiatives. She encouraged women across the county to form structured groups, noting that organized platforms make it easier to access funding, training, and other economic opportunities.
na wakijiunga wanachallengeana, wanasaidiana, serikali inakuwa na uwezo na urahisi wa kuwafikia. Unapata kwamba ukiwapatia 100,000 wananunua kama vifaranga ama kama mbuzi, kesho wanazi invest zinakuwa 200,000, wanasaidiana katika ile group.
Na katika kushirikiana pia naomba niimize wamama wenzangu ama wenzangu ambao hawajaweza kuingia kwa vikundi, kuwa peke yako kule nje. Kweli kusema ukweli ni vigumu sana kusaidika, lakini ukiwa katika kikundi kama hichi utasaidika, tutafanya mambo makubwa na tutaenda mbali, na kama community tutaweza kufanya mambo ambayo hatungeweza kufanya pale nyuma.
Tuko na miradi ya aina mbalimbali. Moja yapo ni kama hivyo kusaidia jamii na kutembelea jamii wakongwe, kusaidia wakati wa matanga na mengineo, na kusaidiana wakati wa janga na kuhamasishana kama jamii.
The High Court in Kwale has ordered the closure of 7 unregistered children homes in the county which have been linked with a child trafficking syndicate. According to Justice Naikoni Lucas Leparis of the Environment and Lands Court in Kwale, the children's homes are suspected of trafficking children out of the country where their rights are violated. He spoke during the closing ceremony of the commemoration of the Children's Month at the Msambweni Court. During the event, the court confirmed that it had recorded 52 cases of child abuse this year.
Tunataka hizo home zote tutazifunga kwa sababu hatujui kwa nini una sustain a children's home which is not registered. You must be doing illegal things. Unafanya mambo ambaye sio ya halali.
Nataka nisisitize ya kwamba watoto ni rasilimali na ni lazima sisi kama wazazi tuchukue jukumu letu la malezi, na sisi kama viongozi tuchukue jukumu letu la kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunawapatia mazingira na mandhari ambayo yatawafanya waende mbele, either kijamii ama kielimu.
Mwaka huu tukifikia sasa, hizo kesi za dhulma ya kijinsia ambayo ni dhidi ya watoto, tuko na kesi 52. Tuko na kesi za kuondoa watoto nyumbani 24. Kwa hivyo tukiziangalia hizo kesi tunaweza kusema zinapungua, lakini pia tumepata ripoti ya kwamba kuna kesi nyingi ambazo hazifiki mahakamani.
Over the past decade, more than 25% of Isiolo's acacia woodlands have been lost, endangering not only the local ecosystem but also the livelihoods of pastoralist communities who rely on the trees for firewood, charcoal and fodder for livestock. Dida Fayo, the executive director of ASREP Africa, a local environmental organization, says Isiolo is 98% arid, with 98% of its population depending on wood-based energy sources like charcoal and fuel wood. The pressure on the local forests has intensified. She added that the environmental toll has been severe, with acacia trees being worst affected, calling for quick action to protect the trees.
Isiolo has lost 25% of its tree cover in the last 10 years and is already losing about 3,000 hectares of land worth of acacia woodlands every single year. We are focused on bringing out indigenous voices, indigenous evidence and research and statistics, and thirdly, indigenous climate action. So therefore, there is a big outcry and a big call to the public to ensure that we really champion tree planting.
We have to start first by rehabilitating what little that is still left and planting new trees, which is what we are doing today. Today we have been able to plant 1,000 trees, and we are also going to keep on planting more and more. We also have to be able to start implementing the law as it is laid down. These people who are cutting down trees for charcoal burning, we should be able to apprehend and arraign them in court for destruction of the environment.
The Dawoodi Borough community has called for unity in the country as a means of safeguarding the legacy of the late former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. Representatives of the community paid a visit to the Opode farm to offer their condolences to the Odinga family. The delegation, led by His Eminence Koserali Bahasaheb, laid wreaths before touring the Odinga Family Museum, a symbolic act highlighting the community's esteem and reverence for the statesman's contribution in Kenya's democratic story. Koserali also presented a special message of sympathy from His Holiness, the 53rd spiritual leader of the Dawoodi Bora community worldwide, Dr. Siedna Mufadal, to Mama Ida Odinga and the family.
Today we are here as the Dawoodi Bohra Muslim community. We are here to condole with Mama Ida Odinga and her family. We are deeply saddened by the passing of the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga, with whom our community shared a very warm, cordial relationship for over 30 years. He has been our kind neighbor in Karen in Nairobi, where we stay. And I remember when we opened our community road, he was then Minister for Roads, and he was gracious enough to attend the opening ceremony with our late spiritual leader, Dr. Sayyidina Muhammad Burhanuddin, back in 2002. And we still use that road, and whenever we use that road, we have very fond memories of Honorable Raila Odinga. And to date, we share a very warm relationship with the Odinga family.
Let's take a short break. When we return, we have more stories lined up for you.
Okay, tell me. Tell me you're not dating her. Tell me you didn't leave me to be with her. Tell me, Marcelo. Marcelo is such a good and honest man. It's obvious that he's hiding things, Aunt. Very important things at that. Okay, but what kind of things?
Just put my mother on the line, Rafaela.
I think your mother is asleep.
I don't care if she's sleeping. Wake her up, and if she doesn't answer, break down the door.
This means that Marcela belongs to me, and I'm not going to let your stepdaughter destroy what the two of us built together. I can't stand this anymore. I can't stand it. Oh! Nora! Nora!
Tonight on Grapevine, we step into the spotlight at the Little Mason Mr. Kenya, where young stars lit up the runway with talent, confidence, and pure magic. Then, style takes center stage in the Kenyan fashion story, celebrating local designers, bold creativity, and the evolution of our fashion culture. And we take your taste buds on a trip at the Get to Know Malaysia Appreciation Luncheon, a vibrant blend of culture, cuisine, and color. It's all happening tonight, only on Grapevine.
Ukumbuke mama, sikuwa hivyo mwanzo. Tazama Grapevine, Channel 1 KBC. Mambo yote utapenda.
Long shot.
Hebu toka. Uko sawa?
Sasa at least, lakini na nyinyi mkwange mnaweka pia tissue huko.
Ziko zimejaa, labda mmemaliza huko.
Hakuna. Wewe nilikuandikia message.
Na bana.
Very good. Kwa nini unaandikia Semeki matusi kwa simu yake alafu unasema ni mimi nilimwandikia? Yes. Calm down.
I don't know you now.
I know you and I want to give you secrets.
Mama, let me tell you, do not even
what
know
secrets?
Tayangu alinipatia tatu skuli nama nikaturu.
Kuna.
Welcome back. Let's continue with business news. There's an emerging trend where households are increasingly choosing to host family gatherings at recreational facilities. a trend that is boosting domestic tourism activities in the country. Kenya Tourism Federation Chairman Fred Odek is urging hospitality industry players to tap into the rising demand by offering customized packages for families. Speaking during the annual tree lighting ceremony at Emara Olesereni Hotel, Odek noted that families are placing greater emphasis on togetherness and strengthening bonds, factors that have been driving up domestic tourism numbers.
They are actually a family time, and as a country, we need to embrace that festive period to ensure that families are brought together. People travel from very far to come and join family, and that's a product that the country needs to embrace.
It is the beginning of the festive season, so we mark it with the lighting of the Christmas tree.
Organization of the petroleum exporting countries and its allies have agreed to pause their planned production increases in January, February and March 2026 due to seasonality demand patterns. Here are the details of these and other stories making headlines across the borders.
8 leading OPEC Plus members comprising Saudi Arabia, Russia, Iraq, the UAE, Kuwait, Kazakhstan, Algeria and Oman say their decision is informed by a need for continued caution despite a steady global economic outlook and healthy oil market fundamentals. The decision, first announced on November 2nd, was reaffirmed during a virtual meeting held on November 30th, where the group reviewed global market conditions. The 8 producers say the 1.65 million barrels per day of voluntary adjustments may be gradually restored depending on how market dynamics evolve. In October, the 8 OPEC members countries agreed to raise oil outputs by 137,000 barrels per day in November. Meanwhile, South Korea's largest online retailer, Coupang, has apologized for a massive data breach potential involving 34 million local customer accounts. South Korea's Internet Authority said it is investigating the breach and that the details from the millions of accounts have likely been exposed. The e-commerce platform is often described as South Korea's equivalent of Amazon.com. The breach marks the latest in a series of data leaks at major firms in the country, including its telecommunication giant SK Telecoms. Finally, Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride has called for the UK's financial regulator to investigate, quote-unquote, possible market abuse by people working in the Treasury and Downing Street in the run-up to the budget. The move comes as Chancellor Rachel Reeves denied she misled the public over the state of the country's finances after it emerged she and officials had been told they were in better shape than widely thought, but she still gave briefings that the Tories described as overly pessimistic. The Conservatives have called on her to resign, and Stride sent a letter to the Financial Conduct Authority requesting a probe into potential market manipulation.
And Kenya's collective investment schemes recorded strong inflows in the 3 months to September 2025, lifting total assets under management to 679.6 billion shillings, up 14% from June 2025. The increase reflects sustained retail demand for low-risk investment products and a widening range of funds approved this year.
Unity Trust Scheme held the biggest share of the market, managing 130.5 billion shillings or 19.2% of the total assets. Standard Investment Trust Fund, commonly known as Mansa X, followed with 102.1 billion shillings, equivalent to 15%. Money market funds continue to draw the largest pool of assets, accounting for 400 billion shillings or 58.9% of the total managed industry-wide. Special funds grew to 137.8 billion shillings as investors looked for instruments with fewer restrictions, while fixed income funds stood at 136.8 billion shillings. Equity and balance products remained marginal contributors. Investments in government securities, including infrastructure and treasury bonds, made up 45.6% of all CIS holdings, underscoring a cautious investment stance amid uncertain economic conditions. Offshore unlisted assets remained negligible at 0.1%. The number of investors in approved schemes climbed to almost 3 million, up from 1.3 million a year earlier, a 128% jump driven by digital onboarding and heightened financial awareness. With assets more than 100% since 2018, CIS products are emerging as an important pillar of the country's savings landscape, helping households channel cash into regulated investment vehicles.
So as the global campaign on the 16 days of activism continues, attention shifts to the alarming rise of digital abuse against women and girls. We're joined by Mary Wambiru, the team leader ending violence against women and girls unit, to help us explore the risks and the impact and the solutions. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you very much.
Well, to kick us off, we're marking the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Why is digital violence against women and girls the central focus of the 2025 campaign?
One, because I think it's such an emerging issue, and as we go ahead with a lot of energy, with a lot of resolve on ending violence, all forms of violence against women and girls, then we look at what is maybe the most needy, the most the one that is emerging and really interfering with a big category of people. No violence is better than the other. However, there are some that you see that then they are just going unabated. So when you look at issues of technology, in Kenya, just like any other country, and you know in Kenya we also do very well on technology, there's been quite a lot of move towards having technologically facilitated empowerment, facilitated kind of businesses. However, they come with the price of technologically facilitated violence. So you find it's important to check it, because it's an important area for women and girls to be able to venture in. You cannot tell anyone, don't be here, don't be there, because that is the space where women and girls are making money from. That's the area where they are really finding value, especially the younger persons that are no longer 8 to 5 kind of persons. So it's important because it is affecting in ways that a naked eye may not see. And so it may be trivialized if it's not brought to the fore. It may be, it may explode. And in many cases, we've seen technologically facilitated GBV having very bad impact. Suicidal issues, depressions, people that choose to, for example, close businesses completely and delve them into issues of economic desperation. So it's something that we don't see maybe with a naked eye, but then it has very high impact against the person, around the person that experience it.
Mm-hmm. When we talk about digital violence, what exactly does that include, and why is it rising so quickly?
Let me start from the back. Maybe it spreads so quickly because it's in the air, like it's digital. So it's something, if I just click, then you'll have, as long as you have bundles, it can go wild. So it spreads very quickly. And you know the way nature is, bad news travels very quickly. So it's something whose spread sometimes you may also not control. But also the kinds are very many, and they evolve by the day. For example, when you look at things like cyber harassment, someone just choosing to harass you online, you just seated there, you're in studio, you're reading your news, someone just sends a very disturbing text to you. And if they do, if by any bad luck you get to see it mid-news reading, it might affect the way you deliver. Over the time, it affects the way you start to rate. You get even with your employer. So it has those economic repercussions. But also that There are other people that use things like pornographic messaging, sextortion. You find, for example, someone starts to really extort from you. There are other crimes that we don't actually see that as if they are crimes, but they tend to really affect especially women. Those issues of economic, you know, that SMS we get, mtoto ame tuma hii pesa, mtoto ame break, or the key is lost, or mtoto ameenda hospitali. Things that for a woman you don't take lightly. And so you tend to be very easily susceptible to people who bully you, who cyberbully you through your children, economically draining you, telling you to send money for hospitalization. You wouldn't forgive yourself, it was true. So you find many people tend to send, and very many of us receive those messages, but the discernment really is not that easy. Then there are other things like what you can call deep fakes. That a story is so fake, but again, it's so real to the person telling, to the person receiving. And so, even if someone thinks it's fake eventually, but the damage is done. It's like the way a person may throw an insult and say, I withdraw. Whether they withdraw or not, you're already affected, you already feel the dangers of such. So, the variances are very many. There are also those who stalk another person, that you find someone has tapped your phone, someone has somewhat gotten access to your phone, and so they keep stalking you, and it takes a lot from you. Then of course there's what we may see very easily, like someone just calls you, threatens you, someone you just seated here and someone maybe gives information to you, a threat to you probably about something they are seeing elsewhere, like, oh, I've seen your child, I've seen your parent, things that would really affect how you rate. And like, you know, it's like more so women in leadership. A woman may be vying for a certain seat, be it political, be it managerial, some seat, some governance leadership seat. And you find that there are nudes, for example, around them. Okay, sent, whether it's phishing, whether it's a Photoshop or not, but then they are there. They have parents, they have children that are looking, and so they feel, if this is the cost of taking up this leadership, I better give up. So the varieties are many. In some cases, it may even cause disharmony amongst a community. Suppose a message is sent, and so there's this one ethnic group being pitted against another. It may flare up, and such messages get very spread.
You've mentioned deep fakes and also the artificial intelligence are mentioned as major concerns. You've also mentioned how it affects the survivors. Also, the UN regional bodies have introduced new frameworks, including the Global Digital Compact and the AU Convention of Ending Violence Against Women and Girls. How significant are these developments?
They are, because you find, like, for example, in Kenya, we have a Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act. But at the time of enactments, the technologically facilitated GBV may not have been seen in that dynamic, may not have been picked as a growing gender-based kind of violation. And so some of these frameworks that come, one, they help us in defining what these crimes are, because then there's a lot of collection of what it has meant elsewhere, what it continues to mean for other people, and what translations it has been given. And so therefore, it enables us as a country to have newer information, management of then the information of, or sieving the many definitions that could be. But then more importantly, looking at globally, are we measuring up, so that then crimes can't be crimes out there, and we tend not to find them as crimes in here, because eventually they'll affect people. And we may also want to be very agile as a global as the collective world moves ahead, we also want to be agile. We want to look at what are the definitions correctly, so but also contextualizing with Kenya. So when you look at, for example, the Convention on Ending Violence Against Women and Girls, then it tends to really Africanize, to look at it within the context of Africa, and so it has also defined newer crimes like those, like what is technologically facilitated GBV.
Fewer countries have laws addressing online abuse. What could be slowing down the progress?
I think one is because technology was first appreciated as a progress, which is sure. I mean, it's a sure thing. It's progressive. And also in the recent past, because remember after COVID or during COVID, technology became the water that we took at the time. Meetings for continuity of any venture, including formal offices, then online information, online meetings, they became a norm. And so therefore, it was more appreciated, and I think we were counting more of the good than of the bad. And remember, COVID was really like largely with us in 2020. So we are not so deep into it, like it's just 5 years. And so we've come from a peak of us finding technology really, really useful, but also having a generation that now finds technology very empowering. People, if you open your online, many people now tend to shop 3/4 of what they are using with technology. So we found it as more as a progress, as a useful tool, other than as a vice. So therefore, maybe many countries, for them to see it as a vice, so you have to really also be intentional, so that you do not curtail. Because the intention is not to make technology a problem. It should be that for us to progress very well together, we need the space to be safe. And so therefore, it may take time. Like, what do I do to make sure that it remains safe without me appearing to actually be curtailing the progress that comes with it? So that's what I would think has really occasioned a lot of handicaps, a lot of impediments around what technology means. But also, it is very volatile. Today you think you know so much. By tomorrow, things have really changed. Things have really morphed. And so therefore, to also keep up with the technology itself becomes a challenge. And by the time you're defining abuse one, and you know issues of policy, legalities, they take time. By the time you're getting to get the hang of this particular crime that you thought was a crime, by next week, things they've even actually moved off that even by the time you enact it, it will no longer be something that they're using. So the volatility is also very high.
Wow. Now, the campaign calls for ending digital violence against women, a collective responsibility. What do you think governments, tech companies, and communities should be doing differently starting now?
I think we all have a role, all of us, starting, I mean, many communities, and more so governments, because then they really would regulate all of us. Because for the space to be safe, apart from the actual law, there's the implementation of it that really calls on us to have responsibility. So I think there's the whole importance of content moderation. And it's as I said before, some of these things you have to measure against a bigger goal or bigger good, because you'll do content moderation, but at the same time risk facing a lot of setback and a lot of pushback on being anti-progressive. So there's need for that moderation. What is it that we do? Like, let me give an example. You find many of the applications may not be Kenyan. And so when the moderation is called for, then they may feel from the countries they operate in, this is allowed, all right? Or when some crime is when we want to maybe make a certain thing a crime, you find maybe in the countries they came from, that is no longer a crime. And so the content moderation needs really to be contextualized so that we don't appear to be curtailing what would be good progress, but again, content moderation by both the users, by the application makers, by the government, that needs to be done. The other thing is that there's got to be transparency and accountability. Transparency because many of the application creators, they may feel that all I was doing was creating content, but someone has to take responsibility. If you create something that you feel or that now you understand, because you know the issues of harassment, how they are, it is not what I think I've told you. It is what you receive as I've said it to you. So I can't say, oh, nilimwambia tu kidogo. No, it's what you received. To you, it wasn't just kidogo. It was something big. It was something that you weren't going to go along with. It is something that makes you demeaned. It's something that has pushed you off. So therefore, the need for responsibility, that I realize that this content I created has gone off board. I take responsibility. I withdraw it. So I can't keep claiming and hanging on to some level of viewership that then tends to be money-making for me, while at the same time, I'm failing to be transparent and to be accountable. Or the way the agility of technology is that sometimes you may not trace it to a certain person very easily. By the time you trace it, it has really caused a lot of damage. So that needs to be done. But also in taking responsibility, they would also need to have some support systems. Suppose you've, whatever content you have, if you're a service provider, whatever content you have or application you have has caused damage, has caused harm to so many people. There's need for you to be able to offer support systems, whether it's in terms of psychosocial support. If you were the one who was spreading, some people when seeking justice, they simply just want some recognition that pole, you know? Okay. But as long as there's denial, they keep feeling hurt around it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mary Wambiru there, who is the team leader of Ending Violence Against Women and Girls Unit. Well, thank you so much for gracing us here at KBC Channel 1 Lunchtime News. Now we move on to other news where the African Academy of Health Sciences, located inside the Mohammed VI University Hospital complex in Morocco, has been officially launched. The new academy is being hailed as a game changer for health education and medical training across the African region. The faculty of medicine at the university will offer, among other programs, medicine, health engineering, including nursing, oncology, and neonatology.
We have initiated a program with African colleagues focused on the mobility of young medical residents. They can begin a specialization in their home countries, come here to train on robotics, simulation, and other specialized techniques, and then return home to complete their training. This is one of the key missions of the academy. Female students constitute the vast majority of our students' body, and we guide them to achieve success in their careers and professional development. Our program choices are strategic, focusing on biomedical sciences, computer sciences, digitalization, and AI.
Kenyans have been urged to turn up in big numbers and cheer the national Under-21 Taekwondo team, as Kenya will be hosting the World Under-21 Taekwondo Championship for the first time from this Wednesday to Saturday. Team Kenya, which consists of 16 players, intensified training at the Kenya Academy of Sports, ready to impress in front of home fans.
Kenya is set to host one of its largest international sporting events, the World Under-21 Taekwondo Championships, which is expected to draw global attention and participants from across the world. So far, more than 76 countries have confirmed their participation, according to Team Kenya's technical manager, Martin Marava. The Kenyan team, which consists of 16 players, intensified training at their residential training camp at the Kenya Academy of Sports ahead of the global showpiece. The team, under the guidance of experienced coaches, targets to amass more medals, having been in camp since last month. The World Under-21 Taekwondo Championship will run under the theme Taekwondo Values for Climate Action. Frederick Moki for Lunchtime News.
Moses Caicedo was red-carded as 10-man Chelsea had an impressive performance to settle for a 1-1 draw with league leaders Arsenal in an English Premier League match that was played last night at Stamford Bridge. Following the result, Chelsea are now placed third on the league table with 24 points behind Manchester City, who sit second with 25 points. Well, that brings us to the end of our bulletin this afternoon. Thank you for choosing Channel 1 Lunchtime News. Enjoy the rest of the day.
We will open a powerful dialogue on prostate cancer and the vital role that women play in early detection, support and recovery.
Increase in the frequency of passing urine. It can also cause, particularly during the night, the frequency can be more. Like difficulty in passing urine, any other physical obstruction in passing urine. So these are the main signs and symptoms of prostate cancer.
I had a very supportive wife, very supportive family, my children, and very supportive employer.
Yes. Let us communicate as much as we can, because they will not, in most cases, men will not start a conversation about a sickness.
Being physically active, avoiding obesity, good diet, so reducing the red meat intake.
Nini unafanya hapa kwangu asubuhi? Unaona huku nje, mimi nakuwa na kuangalia security. Toka.
Kuko aje huko umetoka?
Hajiji tunasiti kusukuma gurutumu la maisha na nyinyi mnavuruta, ingawaje mmetuachilia.
Ashita sa maisha sile simenichapa woi.
Hebu nielezee shida zako, naweza kukusaidia.
Utaniosea manguo.
Sawa.
Nini wewe?
Kwambia unitafikia palanda. Celebrity amevunjiwa nyumba.
Si ungetisha boga basi badala ya nyama. Unawezaje kuja kula pesa nyama ya mteja?
Na ni bon mbaru. Ile nafaa kufanya
nyama moja ndio unashinda ukisema mawakili. Wakili wanakuwa busy.
My name is Crystal Dilworth. I'm a neuroscientist with a PhD from Caltech in Pasadena, California. Today, we're focusing on the idea of using tech to help paralyzed people walk again. Everyone talks about the singularity or brain-machine interfaces and how that's going to enhance what humans are already born capable of. How can I move better, faster, stronger? Human biology with machines. So that's kind of the exciting.
And now, President William Ruto today is receiving a number of envoys at State House Nairobi during a ceremony for presentation of credentials, a key diplomatic process that marks the formal start of their service in Kenya. The diplomats presenting their credentials include several representatives from India, Italy, Costa Rica, Ghana, Georgia, and Gabon.
High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of India, Dr. Adarsh Swaikar.
Your Excellency, Jumbo, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the letter of credence from the Honorable President of India, Her Excellency Draupadi Murmu, accrediting me as High Commissioner Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Republic of India to the Republic of Kenya. I bring to Your Excellency warm greetings from the Honorable President of India, Her Excellency Draupadi Murmu, and Honorable Prime Minister of India, His Excellency Narendra Modi. India and Kenya historically enjoy warm and friendly relations. Successive generations of our leadership have nurtured this special relationship by giving their personal attention. Honorable Prime Minister of India's visit to Kenya in 2016 and Your Excellency's visit to India in December 2023 have resulted in concrete outcomes that have further strengthened this long-standing relationship. Our multifaceted partnership is growing in different domains, including in new age sectors. I would like to especially mention the significant contributions of the Indian origin Kenyan community who have become an integral part of the Kenyan growth story. They continue to be a living bridge between our two countries. Your Excellency, I am honored and at the same time excited to assume my new responsibility at a very promising time when our bilateral relations are poised to achieve newer and greater heights. As the largest democracy, the fourth largest economy, and the fastest growing major economy in the world, India has been a time-tested partner of Kenya and will continue to be so in line with Your Excellency's priorities. I look forward to Your Excellency's kind support and guidance to further deepen relations between our two friendly countries. Mesha Marufu, Ya Urufiki, Katya, Indiana, Kenya. Asante Sana.
I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept your letters of credence and authorize you, Your Excellency, to pursue the interests of your government within Kenya's territory by promoting to the widest possible the mutual aspirations of the people of our two nations. Ambassador, congratulations.
Thank you, Excellency. I look forward
on your appointment to take up the responsibility in Kenya.
Thank you, Excellency.
My very best wishes as you take over that responsibility, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Ambassador Designate, Italian Republic. Since 1997, he has enjoyed distinguished diplomatic career with extensive international service encompassing assignments across the European Union, Western Balkans, Central Asia, Far East, and now Africa. Most recently, he served as second diplomatic advisor to the Italian Minister of Enterprises and Made in Italy, where he chaired the G7 negotiations at the diplomatic level. He pursued excellence in academia and graduated with honors from the law faculty of the University of Rome. He holds an LLM from the College of Europe in Bruges. He is a prolific individual. He also recognized as an author, lecturer in his field. He is married and has 3 children.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I have the honor to present to you Dr. Vincenzo Del Monaco, Ambassador Designate of the Italian Republic.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, allow me, Your Excellency, to present the compliments of the President of the Republic of Italy, His Excellency Sergio Mattarella, and of the people of Italy to you personally, and through you to the people of Kenya. It is my earnest hope that I'll succeed in my endeavors to promote further the relation that exists between our 2 countries. It is a long-standing relationship based on mutual respect, friendship, close collaboration. The state visit of Italy's presidency, His Excellency Sergio Mattarella, was a landmark event, and it significantly enhanced the bilateral political dialogue. I am determined to be of service to the strengthening of this dialogue. Ushirikiano wetu, unajumuisha nyanja zote, ikiwemo sekta ya anga, mpango unaoitwa Matei Plan for Africa, ni kichocheo kikubwa na chombo muhimu cha kuimarisha zaidi mahusiano yetu kwenye sekta mbalimbali. Tunajifunza kutoka kwa kila mmoja. tunatumia nguvu zetu kwa pamoja na kusaidiana kwenye udhaifu wetu, na tunafanya kazi kukamilisha malengo ya pamoja ndani ya mfumo unazingatia matokeo. People, prosperity and planet are the three pillars on which our innovative development cooperation is based. Together, we leverage on critical sectors to scale them up through a value chain approach. Allow me to take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to extend my most sincere gratitude for the hospitality your country and your people continue to grant to the Italian community living in Kenya. They are part of Kenya's economic and social progress. I will actively engage to further step up the EU-Kenya relations. At the international level, I shall seek convergence with Kenya on shared priorities and to address global challenges while contributing to promote peace, security and prosperity. I now have the honor to present to Your Excellency the letter of recall of my predecessor and my credentials by which His Excellency Sergio Mattarella has appointed me to be the next Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Italy to the Republic of Kenya.
I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept your letters of credence and authorize you, Your Excellency, to pursue the interests of your country within Kenya's territory by fostering good relations between our two countries and promoting to the widest possible the mutual aspirations of the people of our two nations. Again, on behalf of the people of Kenya and government of Kenya, I welcome you to Kenya. I wish you well. Congratulations on your appointment, and I look forward to working with you.
Asante sana, Mr. President.
Asante sana.
Thank you.
Karibu.
Ambassador-designate of Costa Rica. She joined the Foreign Service in 2008. Since then, she has worked mostly in multilateral settings in topics related to human rights, disarmament, and international security. She has been posted in embassies of Costa Rica, in Washington, D.C., and Berlin. At the International Service at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, she has also overseen coordination of Costa Rica's engagement in regional and sub-regional organizations. To this, the country is part of what she's the head of the department in international organizations at the General Directorate of Foreign Policy. She has a master's degree in international relations from the American University and a master's in diplomacy and international relations from the Diplomatic School of Spain.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, I have the honor to present to you Ms. Veronica Guterres, Ambassador-designate of the Republic of Costa Rica.
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, it is a profound honor to appear before you today to present the letters of credence by which His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Costa Rica, appoints me as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to the Republic of Kenya. Allow me to convey, through Your Excellency, the warmest greetings and sincere expressions of friendship from the President of Costa Rica, His Excellency Rodrigo Chavez, and from the government and people of Costa Rica to the government and people of Kenya. Though our nations are separated by distance, we are united by shared values, a steadfast respect for democracy, an enduring commitment to peace, and a profound dedication to environmental stewardship. Costa Rica holds in high regard Kenya's leadership in promoting regional stability, its dynamic engagement within the African Union and the East African Community, as well as its contributions to constructive multilateral dialogue. In particular, we commend the government of Kenya for its vital role in leading the multinational security support mission in Haiti, a demonstration of Kenya's commitment to global peace and security that paved the way to the gang suppression force in which Kenya will have a prominent role. We also recognize Kenya as a global reference in environmental conservation, climate action, and sustainable development, areas that closely align with Costa Rica's long-standing national priorities and international commitments. During my tenure, I will work diligently to strengthen cooperation between our countries in areas of mutual benefit, environment and biodiversity, where we have encountered areas of common collaboration, particularly on management of protected areas and carbon credit mechanisms. I look forward to enhancing opportunities for technical exchange and the sharing of good practices. We have also identified promising avenues for collaboration in health and education, as well as potential partnership in trade and, importantly, in renewable energies, an area of common interest. And I'm equally devoted to enforcing our joint efforts within international fora, where Costa Rica and Kenya consistently stand together in defense of multilateralism and the protection of our planet. our shared commitment to sustainable development, respect for human rights, and the quest for peace unites us in the pursuit of a more prosperous and inclusive future for all. Your Excellency, I look forward to engaging with your government, national institutions, and the Kenyan people to deepen the bonds of understanding and friendship that connect our nations. With your support, I am confident that we will unlock new opportunities that enrich our societies and contribute to a more peaceful, sustainable, and equitable world. Please accept, Mr. President, the assurances of my highest consideration and my unwavering dedication to further and strengthen the robust and growing partnership between Costa Rica and Kenya. I thank you.
I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept your letters of credence and authorize you, Your Excellency, to pursue the interests of your country within Kenya's territory by fostering the bonds of friendship between our two countries and promoting to the widest possible the mutual aspirations of the people of our two nations. Again, Ambassador, welcome to Nairobi.
Thank you.
Welcome to Kenya. Congratulations on your appointment. My very best wishes as you take up your responsibility, and I look forward to working with you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of Ghana. He was born on the 4th of August 1958 at Sefwi Ewiase, Western North region of Ghana. He is a former legislator and has served in Ghana in multiple capacities as a regional minister for Brong, Afo, and Western regions. He also served as a district chief executive for the Sewi Wasu District Assembly. He has attained both his master's degree in development management and bachelor's degree in public administration from the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. He is a trained teacher with a teacher's certificate A. He is married with 6 children.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I have the honor to present to you Mr. Paul Evans Aido, High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of Ghana.
I have the honor to present to Your Excellency the letter of recall of my predecessor and my credentials by which the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, has appointed me to be the next High Commissioner of the Republic of Ghana to the Republic of Kenya. Allow me, Your Excellency, to present the compliments of my head of state and the people of Ghana to you personally, and through you to the people of Kenya. Ghana and Kenya have historically enjoyed friendly and cordial relations dating back to the days of Presidents Jomo Kenyatta and Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And we look forward to seizing every opportunity to deepen these relations and explore new areas of cooperation for a mutually prosperous and beneficial relationship. As Kenya prepares to host the 7th section of the United Nations Environment Assembly, Ghana stands in readiness to support and advance the collective interests of the continent. In relation to this, allow me, Your Excellency, to confirm Ghana's full participation in the forthcoming event. Mr. President, the coming into force of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area offers a great opportunity to Kenya and Ghana to break new frontiers in intra-African trade and how it can transform African economies. I intend to collaborate and work together with relevant Kenyan departments and agencies, among other stakeholders, to bring together the business communities of the two countries to promote tourism and to also take advantage of AFTA to promote trade and investment, create jobs for our youth, reduce poverty, and improve the living standards of our people. It is my fervent hope, Mr. President, that I shall succeed in my endeavors to promote further the relations that exist between the two countries. I thank you, Mr. President.
I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept your letters of credence and authorize you, Your Excellency, to pursue the interests of your government within Kenya's territory by fostering the bonds of friendship, and promoting to the widest possible sense the mutual aspirations of the people of our two nations. High Commissioner, welcome to Kenya.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations on your appointment.
Thank you, sir.
My very best wishes as you undertake this important tour of duty.
Thank you, sir.
And I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Please.
Ambassador Designate, Georgia. He passed his exams in Moscow State University at the Faculty of International Law and graduated with a degree of Master in Jurisprudence, International Law. He speaks fluent English, Russian, and native Georgian. He started working at the Embassy of Georgia to the Russian Federation at Press Section. He was posted from the Embassy of Georgia to Turkestan in Afghanistan and as a senior counselor. He was promoted as the head of missions of the Embassy of Georgia to the Republic of Afghanistan, Kabul. He was appointed at the Tethys Petroleum Limited, UK, USA, at the position of Regional Director for External Affairs, Dubai. After working in the corporate sector, he returned to diplomatic work as a head of division of the Center for International Cooperation in Law Enforcement at the embassy. He is married and has a daughter.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I have the honor to present to you Mr. Gia Matsaradze, Ambassador Designate of the Republic of Georgia.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you a letter of credence of the President of Georgia, by whom I am credited to the Republic of Kenya as the ambassador. The decision of the Georgian government to mention the friendly and mutual beneficial relations with the Republic of Kenya is a proof of the importance that Georgia attributes to Kenya, one of the most rapidly developing countries in the African continent. On behalf of my government, I would also like to express our gratitude for your undeniable support for the territorial integrity of Georgia. We have to adapt that Kenya will be determined to the principle of international law and in the purpose of the policy on non-recognition of the occupied territories of Georgia. Once again, Mr. President, I thank you for your warm welcome. Assuredly, I will do my utmost future developing bilateral relations between our countries. Thanks so much.
I, William Samuel Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b) of the Constitution of Kenya, to accept your letters of credence and authorize you, Your Excellency, to pursue the interests of your government within Kenya's territory and promote the mutual aspirations of the people of our two nations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ambassador, my very best wishes. Welcome to Nairobi.
Thank you.
And I look forward to working with you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Ambassador-designate, Gabonese Republic. She has a master's degree in political sociology. She began her diplomatic career in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, where she served as counselor in charge of the Economic Commission for Africa at the permanent representation of Gabon to the African Union. The qualities and skills she gained in Addis Ababa propelled her to permanent mission of Gabon to the United Nations in New York. She was appointed counselor in charge of peace and security issues in Africa during Gabon's terms in the Security Council. At the end of Gabon's term on the Security Council, she remained with the permanent mission of Gabon, where she followed the files of the Third Committee with the Fourth Committee. Among other things, she negotiated UN General Assembly resolutions. Her dedication, as well as her entire diplomatic career, was rewarded by the Gabonese state, where she received medals of honor of Ecuador and the Medal of Recognition for the Armed Forces. She is married and has 4 children.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, I have the honor to present to you Mrs. Lily Stella Ndong, Ambassador-designate of the Gabonese Republic.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, it is my great honor to present to you today the letters of credence by which your friend and brother, His Excellency Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema, President of Gabonese Republic, has appointed me as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Gabon to the Republic of Kenya. I would like to convey his fraternal greetings as well as his deep appreciation for the warm and constructive spirit that characterized your meeting in December last year. A moment that significantly strengthened the political dialogue between Gabon and Kenya. Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Gabon commends your recognized leadership in advancing the reform of African Union, particularly your efforts to enhance the institutional effectiveness and financial autonomy of our continental organization. These priorities fully align with Gabon's vision for a stronger, more result-oriented African Union. Mheshimiwa Rais, una nchi zuri sana. Therefore, I will spare no effort to further deepen our bilateral cooperation, especially in areas of trade, tourism, agriculture, education, in order to translate the shared vision of Your Excellency and His Excellency Brice Clotaire Oligui Nguema into concrete actions. In closing, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the brotherly people of Kenya for the warm welcome and the generous hospitality granted to my delegation throughout our stay. Asante sana, Mheshimiwa.
I, William Samoei Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya, by dint of Article 132(4)(b of the Constitution of Kenya, do accept, Madam Ambassador, your letters of credence and authorize you to pursue the interests of your government within Kenya's territory by promoting to the widest possible the mutual aspirations of the people of our two nations. Welcome to Nairobi. Congratulations on your appointment. My very, very best wishes as you undertake this responsibility, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
We shall rise now to conclude with the Kenyan national anthem. The anthem. That brings us to the end of this session. You have yourself good afternoon.
Ceremony at State House, Nairobi, where President William Ruto officially received 6 envoys accredited to Kenya, among them Dr. Adash Swaik, High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of India, Dr. Vincenzo Del Monaco, Ambassador Designate of the Italian Republic, Veronica Garcia, Ambassador Designate of the Republic of Costa Rica, Paul Evans Idle, High Commissioner Designate of the Republic of Ghana, Gio Macharadze, Ambassador Designate of the Republic of Georgia, and Lily Stella Ngema Ndong, Ambassador Designate of the Gabonese Republic. The formal accreditation of these diplomats marks the beginning of their tour of duty in Kenya and is expected to open up new opportunities in trade, investment, tourism, education, and cooperation on global issues of mutual interest. The ceremony also reaffirms Kenya's commitment to strengthening bilateral and multilateral ties around the world. We will continue to follow these developments for you. My name is Jackie Wambiru. For now, we hand you back to normal programming.
Tonight on Grapevine, we step into the spotlight at the Little Mason Mr. Kenya, where young stars lit up the runway with talent, confidence, and pure magic. Then, style takes center stage in the Kenyan fashion story, celebrating local designers, bold creativity, and the evolution of our fashion culture. And we take your taste buds on a trip at the Get to Know Malaysia Appreciation Luncheon, a vibrant blend of culture, cuisine, and color. It's all happening tonight only on Grapevine.
Ukumbuke mama, sikuwa hivyo mwanzo. Tazama Grapevine, Channel 1 KBC. Mambo yote utapenda.
Want to enjoy free-to-air digital TV with crystal clear quality? Here's how to get started with Signet. Step 1. If you have a smart TV, you're good to go. Next, connect the aerial to your TV. Now, do an auto search on your TV. Just follow the prompts on the screen. And that's it. You're now tuned in to Signet. Sit back and enjoy a wide range of free-to-air digital channels. For technical inquiries, call the Signet hotline on 0770 572 656.
tuko na program kamili and tumeanza kutekeleza hiyo mpango. Tulisema bottom up ni kwa sababu lazima tuanze mashinani.
It's a good thing the government inakuja mashinani, na this is all what we have been requesting. Serikali ikuja mashinani.
Tulikuwa tunasikia maendeleo inaenda Nairobi, inaenda mji mkuu huko,
na kama serikali ambayo ipo inasema ni bottom up, it really fits on the bottom up platform completely.
Kenya Informal Settlement Improvement Project is a government-funded project funded by 3 donor agencies. The World Bank, which is IDA, the AFD, which is a French bank, the European Union, which came later, and then the Kenya government. Under infrastructure, we do roads, we do footpaths, we do sewers, we do high-mast lighting, we do street lighting, we do vendor platforms, we also do just the greening of the environment.
Barabara ya lami kuja hapa mwanzoni ilikuwa kama ndoto, lakini ukiangalia hapa imebadilika. Imebadilika kwanza kwa sababu si tunatengeneza hizi rentals kidogo kidogo, bei imeenda juu kwa sababu lami ni kila kitu. Na mimi nataka niseme ya kwamba wakisikia ya kwamba manufaa imekuja kwetu, na tunasema asante kwa sababu imetupandisha cheo kama wakaaji wa Manyatabi.
Maji ilikuwa inaingia kwa manyumba kwa sababu drainages haikuwa. Saa hizi vile walileta barabara, walichimba some drainages yenye inatusaidia saa hii inapeleka maji. Maji haingii kwa my estate. Obvious maji kama imeingia penye mnaishi inatubidi tuame. Saa hii hakuna maji yenye inaingia. In fact tumeishi na amani, tuko in peace. Hata jana juzi mvua ilinyesha, tuko sawa. Hatujaama, vitu zetu hazijaharibika.
Sisi pia watu wa bodaboda kwa tunaumia kwa kubeba watu, mpata pikipiki inaharibika, pancha. Na pia kwa customer unapata Kitambafika town matope memjaa, lakini sasa venye barabara imetengenezwa hivi tunaona umuhimu wake sasa.
In Trans Nzoia, KCP is upgrading about 10 kilometers of road in 5 settlements. That is Shanti, Matisi, Mitume, Kipsongo, and Tuan informal settlements. We are also connecting about 2,500 households with water in the 5 informal settlements.
Serikali ifanya vizuri sana kufikiria sisi kwanza. Vile nilisema Matisi ni slum kubwa, ukweli ni slum, na changamoto ziko sana kwa vijana wetu, na mambo kama barabara ikipita hivi wamama waweze kufanya kazi mzuri, inasaidia sana. Maji inakuja, alafu sasa watuweke hizo street lights, itakuwa mzuri sana.
Hii serikali imetukumbuka vizuri kututengenezea kuleta hii maendeleo katika hii barabara. Na tunafurahi sana kwa sababu sisi matope ilikuwa inatuua hapa maji na taa hatukukuwa na mwangaza, lakini vile saa hii kuko tunaona ni afadhali.
Saa hii kutoka hapa unatumia dakika kidogo kufika town, si kama hapo awali ulikuwa unang'eng'ana na mashimo nini matope. Ni hivyo. At least hata saa hii uking'ara, hata ukiosha pikipiki at least inakaa kwa muda mrefu bila kuosha, si kama ile wakati ukiosha leo kesho unarudi tena kuosha.
Here in Bungoma County, we have been able to handle the issue of insecurity. Insecurity meaning we have provided floodlights. If we talk to the provincial administration, the chief, the SEC will tell you that the issue of crime have really reduced in this area, simply because of the 2 floodlights that were done here. And the same were done in another informal settlement called Matope in Chwele.
Ukiangalia mtaa yetu hapo nyuma, kumekuwa na giza, kumekuwa na wizi mingi, maboys wana shughuli nini na nini. Sasa vile mmetembelea mtaa yetu mkatuwekea street light, ita support my youth kujitolea kufanya shughuli ya usiku. kitu ya maana ridhika, niko safe jai light, siwezi ibiwa. But light ingekuwa, ningekuwa na wasiwasi, singeweza kuuza kahawa mpaka oma time. Kwa nauza kahawa mpaka saa 2 nimefunga kazi.
Hata mimi mwenyewe hapa sasa ningekuwa nimefunga kazi. Maana nilikuwa natembea na hii. Lakini inafika mahali nakaa tu nikiangalia, sijui nani atatokea nyuma, sijui nani atakulinga mawe. Sasa nakuwa na wasiwasi yangu, si ndio? Lakini kwa saa hizi mradi tu na mahindi yangu naweza choma mpaka hata saa 5.
Manze, angalia vile tuna shine. Na ni usiku, unaweza jua ni usiku. Ni mchana bro. Angalia light na shine. Mtu alikuwa ati amekuja mjini. Wewe kwanza ukisikia tu ati unaenda wapi? Naenda mjini. Unaenda mjini. Kwanza kitu ya kwanza utapigwa nyongo lo buda. Lakini angalia Kisip sasa wametuwekea light, the securities iko fiti.
Tulipokuwa tukizaliwa katika vile tumekuwa sisi, hatukuwahi kuona mji kirembeka sampuli hii. Maana tulikuwa tukiziona sehemu za Nakuru, Mombasa na Nairobi. Lakini kwa sasa hivi tunafurahi kwa sababu tunaona mtaa wetu wa bahati, hata light sasa hivi wazee wetu wakikuja tunaona maajabu sana. Ni mji ambao kwamba alhamdulillah unanawiri.
Tumekuwa tumeona ni kama kitu yenye ni ndoto haitakuja. Before haungekuwa uwezi fika hapa because of matope. Hata wamama wa soko kuenda fanya biashara wanawachiwa mzigo kwa barabara. Lakini sasa itabidi wanafikishiwa mahali wanafanya kazi yao, ambaye imeleta kazi rahisi. Even watoto wa shule ilikuwa matope ni stress. Hii barabara ikikuja, tunashukuru watoto watafika shule wakiwa clean.
Tunaupokea sana kwa mkono miwili, manake huo ndio kunafanya kukua kiuchumi. Area hii pia ilikuwa inakaa chini, sasa tunaona tumeimarika. So tunazidi kupokea na tunazidi kuomba maendeleo mashinani uje kwa wingi, manake kila kitu tutakuwa tunapata hapa.
Hii miradi inasaidia sana vijana juu sasa wengi wetu, hata ukiangalia wengi wetu tuko hapa ni vijana, si ndio tunajituma hapa badala ya kuingia into drugs ama other things kama kuibia watu huku nje na nini. At least tunajituma, na gava ikifungua hizi mamiradi bado tutajituma na tufanye kazi tuweze kujikimu kimaisha.
Wakikuja for public participation hapa, people are very happy. But again they thought that haitafanyika, labda hizi vitu za serikali ambazo zifanyika. Nadhani ni project kubwa ambayo itasaidia hapa pakubwa, manake hii ndio soko kubwa kwenye hii location. Is the biggest market by size and by population.
Itatusaidia kwa sababu ya mvua na kuweka vitu chini. Unaona sasa hii nimeweka yangu chini. Sasa mvua ikinyesha inaweza kunisaidia. Matope iweze ingia kwa chakula yenye ninauza. Na nikichukua hiyo stall hapo waseme ni ya Grace. Hata mimi nikiaga, bibi ya kijana yangu anaweza baki hapo, auze hapo.
Tutakuwa na morali kutafutia watoto wetu ili wasihangaike. Vijana wadogo waingie kwa soko, tusaidiane kuuza, wasiwe wezi, wao vile wanaweza pata mapato yao. Ni kitu ya maana serikali kutusaidia, tena izidi kuendelesha mahali pengine watu kama sisi wapate manufaa kama sisi.
KISIP is about restoring dignity, giving honor, spreading hope and expanding inclusion. Under this second phase of KISIP, we are targeting 40 counties with different activities. And we estimate that approximately 3 million people will benefit from KISIP through various interventions.
Niko na 22 years hapa. Na wakati tulikuja hapa, insecurity ilikuwa mbaya sana. Kwa sababu hatukukuwa na mataa, hatukukuwa na barabara. But of late, tumekuwa na a lot of improvement. Tumewekewa taa hizi za mulika mwizi. Barabara kwanza ilikuwa mbaya sana. Na sasa tumeona improvement. Kwa sababu tumeundua barabara. Na hii barabara iko karibu kuisha kuwekwa lami.
Mara nyingi sana sisi wamama wa soko wengi walikuwa wanapikwa ngeta na vijana, wananyang'anywa pesa, wananyang'anya mifuko zao. Lakini sasa tangu hii stima ikuje, tunaona ni sawa kabisa. Imenisaidia hata ninapotoka nikienda sokoni asubuhi, saa 9 ya usiku huwa nikitembea tu, nikienda niko na mwangaza mpaka kule kwa barabara, nikipanda gari nikienda.
Tunaweza uza hata hapa mpaka saa 5, saa 4 bila kustuka ati nini inafanyika. Hakuna kiza, kila mahali ni mwangaza. Hata sisi tunaona hata serikali inatukumbuka hapa mashinani. Sasa hiyo ni jambo la busara sisi kwetu kama wanawashauri. Tunafurahia hii taa kabisa.
Sababu ya sisi kutengeneza barabara hapa Mosoriot, Informal Settlement, ni kwa sababu hapa ni mahali ambapo huwa ikinyesha kuna mfuruko mingi sana ya maji ya mvua. Tunatengeneza stalls, ile tunaita fending platforms, mahali ambapo ni salama, ambapo kuna mwangaza wa kutosha, na pia hata wanaweza weka yale mboga yao na maziwa na kila kitu kwa mahali ambapo ni salama.
Hakuna mtu alikuwa anatarajia kuna uwezekano lami pita kwa njia. Tulikuwa nachukulia ni mambo ya kawaida, lakini kumbe alikuwa serious. Hii barabara kwa saa hii najua wateja wanapokuja hawatahangaika, hatutaachwa nyuma. Most watu wanaendanga penye watachukua kitu kwa urahisi na wanaenda. Sasa wewe kama uko msituni ndani sana, itakuanga tu wewe unabaki nyuma. Kuna mtu anakujua uko wapi, wateja wanakutafuta lakini hawakuoni.
Na tumeangalia ile vitu rais anasemanga huko Nairobi, anasemanga mashinani wapate maendeleo. Hii ndio maendeleo tunataka kwa mashinani, na tunaona kwa macho, si ati tunasema ni uongo. Ndio tunasimama kwa mawe saizi yenye ni barabara ya lami hapa Mosoriot.
Kitu nilisoma shule ndio inafanyika hapa on the ground, kama kuweka level inafanyika in reality, si kazi tu ya karatasi na kalamu. Hiyo opportunity imenisaidia, imenijenga, inaendelea kuniboost, naendelea kulearn more yenye sikuwa najua, naendelea kujua maisha huku nje ni kujituma.
Sifa za Kiamorogi hapo awali zimevuma kila mahali, kwa sababu hapa ndio palijulikana insecurity. Hapa ndio palijulikana huwezi kupita saa 1 ya usiku sababu utapigwa na vijana. Sijui kama ni kwa sababu ya vile kunaitwa Kiamorogi, ni kama tulikuwa tumerogwa. Lakini sasa for now, after maendeleo imekuja, we have seen security and we have seen now watu pia wameanza kuembrace mahali hapa.
Unajua kitambo kulikuwa mtoto akitoka tu hivi ati anaenda shule, juu ya vumbi nini, mtoto akirudi jioni ni kama mtoto alikuwa shamba. Sasa mimi kwanza wa kufulia mpaka wajukuu nilikuwa nawauliza, aki ulikuwa shamba ama ulikuwa shule, juu ya uchafu. Lakini saa hizi mtoto akitoka tu hivi anarudi akuwa msafi, at least hata kama atajichafua si kama kitambo. Tunashukuru government imefanya kazi, juu tulikuwa chini kabisa, lakini unaona saa hizi kumeendelea.
Nilifeel poa, lakini kwa dhani bazenga fulani nimeweka, sikudhani gava, hadi nikasoma billboard nikajua ya gava, and then mkotokea mataa hizi zote ya sola, kafurahi. Saizi natembea usiku vizuri, mataa zatusaidia, unaona kutoka huko unaona mtu baka huko.
Hata wakasema kama inawezekana tuite serikali wabadilishiwe jina Kiamorogi. Kiamorogi ni jina la native name ya Kikikuyu ambayo inasema mchawi. Sasa wanataka kuwe madaraka kwa sababu wamekuwa na madaraka sasa.
Tumeona kweli kuna utekelezaji ambayo kwamba miongoni mwa vitu ambavyo kwamba serikali iliagiza wakati inatekeleza,
na tutapeleka sehemu ingine na ingine mpaka tuhakikisha kwamba kila sehemu ya Kenya inafaidika na mipango na miradi ya maendeleo ya taifa letu la Kenya.
And that is a task we are undertaking with great commitment to the people of Kenya.
All the thanks to Kisi bana, sincere gratitude bana, kama kubonda sako us. Tunashukuru sana Kisi. Welcome back again. We are really humble.
you're not dating her. Tell me you didn't leave me to be with her. Tell me, Marcelo.
Marcelo is such a good and honest man. It's obvious that he's hiding things, Aunt. Very important things at that.
Okay, but what kind of things?
Just put my mother on the line, Rafaela.
I think your mother is asleep.
I don't care if she's sleeping. Wake her up, and if she doesn't answer, break down the door.
This means that Marcela belongs to me, and I'm not going to let your stepdaughter destroy what the two of us built together.
I can't stand this anymore. I can't stand it. Oh! Nora! Nora!
White and blue skies, embracing both land and sea. Hello, cool breeze, for whom do you sing? Light that shines bright, awakes my curious mind. I greet the stream, which way are you heading? Daddy, I want to grow up quickly. Mommy says I should wait for it patiently. The world is filled with some uncertainties. For now, let us just appreciate the good things.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hey! Huh? Where could they be hiding now? Huh? Huh? What is this thing?
Huh?
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 Do you know what this thing is called?
Huh? You don't know what this is? It was already here when I was born. This is the gnome. He blesses the village with good harvest every year.
No way. My daddy says he blesses the villagers with good fortune.
But he doesn't even look that rich to me, you know? I don't think he grants good fortune.
Then why don't you tell me who looks rich to you?
Well, I think my dad does.
What?
You know nothing, huh? We should ask the grown-ups.
The gnome does amazing things. He always blesses us with a good harvest and good health.
Huh?
You know, the gnome is truly amazing. He blesses us with good grades and good fortune.
He takes care of social matters, like eating 3 meals a day.
He's low-ranked and not very powerful among the immortals. But in spite of this, he's very knowledgeable. And so the Monkey King always consults him whenever he gets to a new place.
So he's like an encyclopedia?
The gnome knows all of the local area very well. And also, he's the guardian of nature.
Wow!
My grandma said he's the god of agriculture.
He's the kitchen god.
He's the guardian of nature.
Agriculture!
Fortune.
Kitchen.
Guardian of nature.
Agriculture!
Fortune.
Kitchen.
Guardian of nature.
It turns out that even the adults don't know exactly what the gnome is.
Hey, there's a computer in the village. We can check it online.
Okay.
Monkey King! Monkey King! The gnome is not that good at all.
That's right. It's really disappointing.
He's so lame. What a coward.
Little ones, you should not look down upon the gnome.
Why?
He's been a big part of traditional Chinese culture for a very long time now. A simple belief that was created by the ancient working class of China.
But tell me, what is a belief?
Why do you say it's simple?
That is a concept that's been formed over 1,000 years. People always hope that he'll one day bless us and give us whatever we ask for. Hey, look at those kids. If only the break was over.
So, that so-called Jade Emperor is begging for mercy. I'm already known as the great sage equaling heaven here. Why do I need his recognition? Tell me. Forget it.
Please, gnome. I want to be #1 in the exam.
Please, gnome. I want to eat a lot of delicious food today.
Please, gnome. I really want to see my mother.
Grandpa Gnome, I want to grow taller faster.
Grandpa Gnome, let my wish come true. Thanks so much.
Huh? But nothing really happened.
Huh? Oh, why am I still hungry?
Huh? Hey, children!
Grandpa! We were making wishes to the gnome just now.
That's great. I also did that back when I was just a kid.